Hello friends, we are continuing our discussion of special test 2. Alright. Now in question number 5, 6, the question is which compound will show optical isomerism? Look at this structure. In this structure we have at ortho position we have COH and NO2. Alright. And here we have NO2 and COH. This will definitely show my isomerism because these two structures cannot be like in one plane. They will always be like this, means both are in two different planes. They will be in two different planes. So and they cannot be rotated because of these large groups. There is large steric repulsion, so this compound is definitely going to exhibit this isomerism. Now the problem with this structure is there is only one CH2 group, so they cannot be like even, means they cannot try to get shifted, means they are present in one plane only. Same goes here. We don't have a like bigger comparatively. We have only two carbon or one nitrogen. This is NH and this is CO. So again these two benzene ring are at same plane. So the problem with these two structures is a plane of symmetry, whereas in this case there is these two carbon atoms are bonded through three carbon chain. So since three carbon chain is comparatively longer chain, these two benzene ring can be present in two different planes, and this structure and this structure, these two structures can show optical isomerism, means B structure and C structure can show optical isomerism. Question number 5, 7. Look at question number 5, 7. Which of the following is most basic? Most basic means the availability of LP over nitrogen should be maximum. Alright. So look at the third case. We don't have a conjugate system pi sigma sigma, whereas in rest of the cases we have conjugate system pi sigma LP or pi sigma LP. Here also pi sigma LP. So in this system we don't have a conjugate system. That means the availability of LP over nitrogen is maximum and this structure is most basic. Alright. Now look at question number 5. 8. Look at question number 58. Question number 5, 8. The question is which of the following compound have higher enol content? We are given this one NO2 and OCH3. Now look at these two structures. If the first structure in which we have NO2, this kind of movement is possible, and this NO2 group is electron withdrawing group. Alright. So the movement of this electron pair, that is CH electron pair, can be shifted to this carbon atom. That means it can be converted to doubly bond and para-nitrophenol can exist. Now here the problem is before the movement of electron pair between C and H, since OCH3 group is a plus M group, the electron pair of oxygen, it moves towards this bond, and shifting of CH, means H positive, towards this oxygen is restricted. That is why this compound will not show this tautomerism, or tautomerism formation is most favored in this case. In this case this movement is not favored, means tautomerization is not favored. Here tautomerization is favored. Now look at question number 5, 9. The total number of geometrical isomers possible. Look at the structure. Look at this CH double bond CH. Alright. Here we have a double bond and here we have a double bond. So total number of and corner groups are different. So it is the total number of, and plus one more possibility, we have a cyclo compound, cyclohexane. So look at the structure which is possible. Say now on cyclohexyl part, on 1,4 position we have these groups. All right, so see, these are the two possibilities here. These two are trans and these two are trans. All right, and these two are cis with respect to each other. So second possibility, and second possible structure is on cyclohexane 1 and 4 cyclopart 1 and 4 substitution will be like this. They are at transposition. They are at transposition. Now see how it can be seen. The central carbon means this one is cis. All right, this is cis. Both these groups are, or both hydrogen are at same side, so this is cis. Now first part can be cis, third part can be cis, means all parts are cis. Second possibility means we are keeping this second one constant till here. All right, we are keeping this thing constant, means it becomes, it is cis. This one is cis. Now second possibility is this one is cis, but this one is trans, because these two groups are different groups. Phenyl and hydrogen, here we have phenyl and hydrogen, here we have methyl and hydrogen. So first is all cis, second is this one is cis. All right, this one is cis, and this one is trans, second. Then this one is trans, and this one is cis, and the fourth possibility is both are trans. All right, these two are trans. So these are the four possible structures. Again, if you put these groups at opposite end, so they become trans. So these are trans now. So now first possibility is this is trans and this is also trans. All right, these two are trans. Then this is trans, this is cis. Then this is cis, this is also cis, and this cis and this trans. So 4 plus 4, total number of geometrical isomers you get 8. All right, or you can solve in a shortcut manner, like 2 raised to power n 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8, means here also geometrical isomerism is possible. So 1 2 3 3 stereo centers we will consider. 2 raised to power 3 equal to 8. Now look at question number 6-0. Look at question number 6-0. Look at the question. Question is we are given two structures, whether these two are enantiomers, identical structures, or mesoforms, etc. This is the question. Now look at question number 6-0. See, look at this structure. This is the seniormost group, bromine. Then we are concentrating on this carbon atom. 1 to 2 to 3 means deuterium is senior to hydrogen. Hydrogen is juniormost group. So we are moving from 1 to 2. 2 means this, the whole group is 2, and 3. While moving from 1 to 2 to 3, we are getting which kind of notation? That is clockwise notation, R. But since in the structure hydrogen is on horizontal position, if the juniormost group is on horizontal position, whatever notation you get, you have to change it to the opposite, the other one, that is S. So on this carbon atom we are getting S. On this carbon atom, iodo, seniormost, then second is Cl, then this group, and then hydrogen. So while moving from iodine to chlorine to this group, we are getting anti-clockwise notation, that is S. But since hydrogen, that is the juniormost group or atom, is at horizontal position, we have to change it to R. So we are getting S and R in the first structure. And now look at the second structure. In the second structure, this one, that is carbon bonded to chlorine and iodine, they are at top. Now look at this carbon, it was previously R. Now look at this case, seniormost iodine 1 to 2 to 3, we are moving from 1 to 2 to 3, we are getting clockwise rotation, but again hydrogen is at horizontal position, so we change it to S. Previously it was R, now it is S. And now look at this case, it was previously S, Alright, now it is 1 to 2 to 1 to 2 to 3, this is ignored. Fourth group is always ignored. So while moving from 1 to 2 to 3, we are getting anti-clockwise. But change it to R form because junior most group is at horizontal position. So previously it was SR, previously it was RS, or you can say if you look at the naming, it is 1R 2S, means numbering is done from this end because we have two substitutions, but while naming, bromine is written first. So 1R 2S, whereas this is 1S 2R. That means optical rotation is changed. That means these two are basically enantiomers. Now look at question number 6.1. Look at question number 6.1. All right. Question number 61. In question number 61, which of the compounds show geometrical isomerism? Okay, this is very simple. This is beta butylene or butuene will show geometrical isomerism. Butuene. All right.